Alright. Welcome to another one about BumpmyStump's World of Tanks Xbox 360 replays. Tonight we're in the T54E1. We are on Mountain Pass Snow, and we're going to have a decent game. I apologize right off the bat for the game audio. It kind of floats a little bit and is slightly annoying. Hopefully it doesn't sound so bad on the final product as I lowered the volume of the game down a little bit, and I hope I don't think it does it through the whole match, but for the first three or 4 minutes here, it does it. And I apologize. But the game was a fairly decent game, and I didn't want to just, delete it and throw it to the recycling bin because, like I said, it was a decent game. So we get a little bottleneck here, and everyone's going cuckoo and crazy. But we're going to move up to the west over here and see what we can come up with. Try to stay hugged to the wall somewhat, so don't get shot or spotted from the center. We got a Pershing in front of us. We got a T21 and an IS, and I believe maybe a Tiger 2 behind me, I think. First tanks enemies brought up. There's a T20 and a T21 back there. I take the cruise control off, and for some reason I just stop. Usually it doesn't do that like that, but hey. There's a T20. I sink one into him, and I'm ready to finish him off, and the the Pershing comes out in front of me and blocks my shot. But yeah, that happens sometimes. I try to spray and pray at the T21 and miss, and right there it should have connected. I was aimed right for the side of him, and of course it went wide. It seems like these autoloaders, when you're on the move, I gotta get the what's the perk there, smooth ride or something, because whenever I'm on the move with this, if I expect it to go to the dot in the center, the circle, it goes to the very outside of the circle. It's 9 times out of 10. And I just got to get used to it. I've even tried in some games purposely aiming off from where I want, and of course, when you do that, it goes where you want it to not go. Did that make sense? If you purposely aim, okay, I know this thing goes wide constantly, so I'm going to aim to the right a little bit, then it aims perfect where you aimed, and of course you miss at that point, but whatever. So I'm going to move up here a little bit, and we got like 5 teammates behind me and 1 in front of me, and I'm going to go to the center and try to get some of these guys in a little bit of a crossfire when they come out to shoot my teammates. Because there's so many of them behind me, my thoughts are, well, they're going to be paying attention, 100% attention to them. They're not going to pay attention to me when I pop out and shoot. But the IS keeps on saying SOS, help, help, SOS. So I'm like, okay, he's got a Yag Tiger back there. I'm going to go help him. We should be able to finish off the Yag Tiger fairly quick. And that's how it should go, especially from the distance and everything that I was shooting at. With an IS, I sink one into him. 390, low roll, 429 ammo rack, and that one misses, of course, because if I didn't miss, he would have almost been finished off right there. Definitely would have been finished off in the next shot that the IS took at him. But of course, it missed, and that's just how it goes. I'm reloading, and there's nothing I can do to help that IS. Right now, he should be backing up over here, so he only has 1 gun firing at him instead of 2. But he waits and waits and waits and waits and waits and keeps on saying SOS, but there's nothing I can do. I'm not reloaded. So a lot of times I'd go out there and take a shot for him, but I was hoping he backed up enough. I finish off the Yag Tiger. The one that bounced there, I'm perfectly fine with that because that was bad aiming. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with when I miss one that I think I should miss, but I'm not perfectly fine with leaving that IS with, what, 30, maybe? 30 health. As always, a couple low rolls, and whether it was me or the teammate, but leave him with 30 health if it just, I know. Shut up, Bump. That's probably what you're thinking, but it just annoys the hell out of me sometimes. So he sees teammates coming around behind him, so I just pull in there and take out the last 21. And time to move up. I was in a game the other day in my T57, and it's the American autoloaders, or maybe it's all autoloaders, or maybe I just notice it more because you fire so much more with the autoloaders. But I was in a T57, and my teammate had taking a shot out of the T57. I think he was in E100, maybe. I believe that's what he was in. And so he did pretty decent damage to him. And the T57 had just emptied his clip, and I had a full clip. And we were boxed in an area on a city map. And I come in, and I was no more than 20 yards away from 20 meters or whatever. I mean, we were almost face-hugging. I should have been able to kill him with my 4 shots. First one hits and does decent damage. Second one hits and does decent damage. Third one hits and does decent damage. You know what the fourth one did, of course? Broadside. Broadside in a T-57, which we all know American tanks don't have very thick armor in the sides. And I mean, I had just penetrated 3 times. The fourth one bounced. Don't know what it bounced. I guess it bounced off. One of the crew members must have had a silver spoon sitting there or something. I don't know. Or a trophy or something, and it just happened to ricochet off it and did no damage whatsoever. So of course he was able to reload before me and took me down to almost nothing. And I mean, I finished him off and killed him, sort of like this IS. But I did finish him off and kill him, but it took me down so much health that the next shot I took killed me, which, you know, that's just how these auto loaders go. This shot right here, completely my fault. I'll own up to it. You know, when I miss and I screw up, I miss and I screw up. I have no problems owning up to it. So I'm reloading here though. Let's back up, and I'd like to help out the Yag Tiger. Of course, he doesn't have any damage really at him, so he can handle himself pretty much here. I'm not worried too much about him not being able to handle himself. But I'm still getting ready, so you know, I can take a shot if I have to. And then we have that E75 going up right now, and I'm at perfect position. You watch where this is aimed, and you watch where the thing goes. I was aimed right there, and it went to the back track on the bottom. It's just pathetic. But, you know, I guess it's this way with the autoloaders and stuff. I mean, if I had killed, if my 3 of my shots that missed, that should have hit, if they had actually hit, I would have had another, you know, 1,000, easy 1,000 damage, and probably 2 more kills. So, but it is what it is. Not a bad game. It's not too shabby. 43,000 silver, 4,000 with a multiplier on my XP. 4 kills. We ended up pulling 797 out of the IS, 1360 out of the Yag Tiger. You know, it was a fairly decent game. We end up with 3,400 damage done, 448 spotting, 4 kills, 1,300 base XP. Damage received was 167, and so I could have actually been a little bit more aggressive. Damage dealt was 3,400. So yeah, when I, you know, get that ratio right there, it's a good game. No matter if it could have been better, yes, but it's still a good game. 17 shots fired, 15 hits, 12 penetrations. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I apologize for the audio. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. I'll find out after I, you know, listen to it when I'm all done here. And again, I apologize if it annoys the hell out of you. I'm sorry. It doesn't happen very often, and I don't know what made it do it. So, as usual, comment, rate, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Tell me what I did right and tell me what I did wrong. And you know, go ahead and share the video and everything else like that. And when you're on that battlefield, remember,